Yeah, what the deal, y'all? It's your boy King Swift 132, host and creator of the Bars on Deck podcast. And I'm here today to talk about some issues related to hip hop, kind of like fluff news, kind of like things to generate views and numbers. We're going to keep it a buck. I really don't do this type of thing, but rock with me on it. Hear my opinion. Hopefully you respect it. Hopefully, if you don't, it's all good. Like, this is the type of energy that I bring. I'm just doing my little thing. But before we get into it, please hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you can know when all Bars on Deck, whatever is coming out, like episodes, videos like this, and I got some freestyle compilations and things like that coming out in the near future. So hit that bell, hit that subscribe button. Let's get on into it. So in recent days, right, recent weeks and days, Kanye West has been on a tear with craziness that he decides to say. Recently, he just had a Drink Champs episode that got removed, and a bunch of shit happened. Nore had to apologize. This dude went on the record saying a bunch of things. He even made a video following up that apology, and all of this madness has been going on, right? First, let me just say that I do respect and I do love Kanye. Don't love everything he does. Don't love everything he says, but I look at it from a third-party perspective or a third-person perspective, and I think about what he's saying, and I go, okay, all right. So I don't like it, but I don't jump out the window, and I don't get overly emotional. And that's thing number one. Let's get on to that first, right? Thing number one is that what we do when we hear things we don't like or doing things that don't fall into a certain criteria is we tend to get taken back and get overly emotional. I wanna let our people know, especially, please refrain from doing that. You sound even more crazier attacking a crazy person that's doing that. You sound even more out of pocket, getting overly emotional or not thinking before you speak towards somebody that you feel may have done the same thing. So what we got to do is we got to remove ourselves from that emotion and that factor that gets us to jump out the window and say craziness to him as well. Next, what we should stop doing is stop feeding the animal. Put it to you like this, right? You know Kanye West is always going to say something outlandish. He's always going to do something crazy. And for the most part, we think he's going through something or he's looking for attention. Whatever the case may be, do not feed that animal that gives him that attention that you think or may believe that he's looking for. The worst thing you could do to a narcissist like him / genius is leave him on an island, not fuck with him no more. The craziest things that he's said, his brand has blown up even more. People have still supported him. So he knows by him saying these things, this is a good publicity stunt. He makes more money, he makes more influence, and he can say and do things that'll get you rattled. So when we stop fucking with him on that level, now we could be to a place of peace where we don't give him the fuel and the fire to keep pushing forward. So that's number one. Number two, his ideologies, right? I do agree with most of y'all. His ideologies should be left to himself and himself only. We shouldn't be hearing about somebody's ideologies. But wait a minute, we do that all the time. Christians want you to leave whatever you believe in to share their ideologies all the time. So now somebody goes on the record and thinks outside the box and does it. Like I said, I don't agree with what he's saying. Anti-Semitic stuff. I don't do that. But we are a nation where we salute people for thinking out the box and being free thinkers. At least that's what I thought. No, so that's not the case. So we're condemning him for being a human being, and we don't like it because we fall in line with a certain criteria or a certain way of living and going. And I think that that's kind of crazy for us. But at the same time, he should have kept his ideologies to himself, especially going on a platform like Drink Champs and spewing it out. I don't think that was a perfect place for him to do it. I think that he's a billionaire. He should have set up his own camera and did his own thing. I think he intentionally did that. And yeah, you're kind of wrong for that. You shouldn't have went on these people podcasts and these people shows doing craziness like that, because they're not on the same wavelength as you. You're where you are, they're where they are. You shouldn't do that. So I agree with y'all on that. But as far as being able to express his ideologies, I think he should have been able to express it with limitations. Now, going on to the apology from Nore, a lot of people are slandering him and calling him or whatever for apologizing. I think because he had to protect his brand and his likelihood and livelihood, he had to go out there the next day and let y'all know that they're not taking this lightly over there at Revolt. You know what I'm saying? Revolt might have stepped in, said, hey, yo, damage control, my nigga. You got to go over there and say something. So to protect his brand, he had to do what he had to do. So I'm not mad at Nore for doing what he had to do to protect his brand. But I don't believe that a man should apologize for another man. Now, he did try to, from the little footage that I saw, he did try to stop Ye, but Ye is a powerful force and a highly influential dude. So you trying to stop that type of animal from saying what he has to say, you could have lost the video altogether. Now they made 1 million views in a night, which is kind of big for anybody. A couple of hours making that type of getting that type of attention, so that's pretty big. But the apology was to protect his brand, protect EFN, and make Revolt continue to look good, because Revolt had nothing to do with none of that. Even if Revolt does shady shit, their brand does not revolve around the things that Kanye said. So he had to apologize for that. This, you got to remember, this is journalism. When we start a podcast or a TV show, we become journalists now, and there are rules that we have to abide by. So you can't just even though it's on YouTube, you can't really be a free thinker as much as you would want to be, but you still have rules. So those are the things and certain issues that I believe in and that I wanted to discuss with y'all. If y'all got views and opinions on these matters or these issues, please drop them in the comment section below. Let's talk about it. I might make a follow-up video to this. I might not. But more videos like this are coming soon, so stay tuned. We're going to keep rocking. Always support the Bars on Deck podcast. If you need merch, I got that. Videos are coming out. I just filmed another episode, so episode 21 is on its way. Episode 20 is rocking with my girl Nikki Owens. Go check that out. We here, King Swift 132. It's Harlem all day, baby. It's New York all day. And I love y'all, and I appreciate you for watching. We out of here.